Most people pick up this book and try to read it from page 1 like a regular novel. But usually, by the time they hit the middle of the first section, they get confused, they get bored, and they give up. Why? Because the Bible isn't actually a book in the way we think of one. It's a library. It's a collection of 66 different texts, written by dozens of authors over 1,500 years. In the next 4 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how this library is organized. Once you understand the structure, you'll never feel lost in these pages again. We're going to decode the Great Divide and look at the pillars that hold up the Old Testament. To navigate the Bible, you first have to understand the 2 main wings of the library. First, we have the Old Testament. This section is massive. It's about 3/4 of the whole Bible. It focuses on the creation of the world and the deep, often messy history of the people of Israel. It was originally written in Hebrew, a language that is very action-oriented and full of imagery. Then, we have the New Testament. This part was written in Greek and focuses entirely on the life and teachings of Jesus Christ and how the early church began. Think of it like this. The Old Testament is the foundation, and the New Testament is the building that sits on top of it. You can't fully understand one without the other. Now, let's walk through the Old Testament wing. It's not just a random list of books. It's grouped by the type of writing. There are 3 main sections you need to know today. First, we have the law. These are the first 5 books. Starting with Genesis, this is the instruction manual for the entire Bible. It tells us where we came from and sets the rules for the relationship between God and humanity. Second, we have history. There are 12 of these books. They tell the raw, honest story of the Israelites, their victories, their kings, and their massive failures. If you want to see how God works through real-life politics and human drama, this is where you look. Third, we have poetry and wisdom. This is the heart of the Bible. The most famous one is Psalms. These aren't lists of rules or dates. They are songs and prayers. The moment here is realizing that the Bible is organized by literary style, not just by a timeline. If you're looking for a song, you go to the middle of the library. If you want the history, you look at the beginning. So what? How does this change your life tomorrow morning? A lot of us feel distant from God because we're reading the wrong section for the season of life. If you're going through a period of deep sadness or stress, you don't necessarily need to be reading a list of ancient laws in the book of Leviticus. You need to go to the poetry section to the Psalms and see that it's okay to be honest with God about your pain. If you feel like your life is chaotic and making no sense, go to the history books. You'll see that God has a habit of taking messy, complicated situations and turning them into something meaningful over time. Understanding the library helps you find the right medicine for your soul at the right time. The Bible is a vast, beautiful library designed to bring you closer to your Creator. Today, we unlocked the Old Testament groups, but we're just getting started. I want to hear from you. Which of these groups do you find the most interesting? Is it the history, the poetry, or the law? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode where we're going to dive into the New Testament and the 4 Gospels. I'll see you in the next one.